Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Carthage Campaign. Last time we played politics in the Aedirum, completing several of the remaining objectives. We now have all of the parties satisfied for this election term. We also took the opportunity, even beyond some of the law changes, to complete those objectives, or in the case of the oligarchs, having it forced on us. We also changed our military reform law to the mercenary-oriented bureaucratic command. All of these things collectively has led to a 62.75 Senate support. Plenty of room to take advantage of the Senate's trust in me. Perhaps it is a little misplaced given my future plans, which I'm sure some of the Carthaginian Aedirum will be a little skeptical of, but we'll talk about that in a moment. I've also finally discovered, in the last episode, a consistent and sustainable way to control the approval of the oligarchs and Democrats that doesn't cost tons and tons of tyranny or traditionalist disapproval, as of course my previous way of controlling approval directly was with smearing reputation. The traditionalists were my main target in this campaign, and in past Republic campaigns I've over-relied on smearing to control approval. But smearing has the huge downside of not only reducing the approval of the faction whose character is being smeared, but always costing some tyranny. Even once you can get a discount for it from your tech tree, it still can definitely add up. And in this campaign, I'm being very conscientious of my tyranny management, especially after my tyrannical ways in past campaigns and my most recent campaign, which required me to literally mod in a way to reduce my tyranny faster because of how bad it got. But in this campaign, I'm going to try my best not to get to that point and just manage my tyranny a bit more naturally. So the new meta is, of course, granting and revoking holdings. Revoking a holding has no extra cost at all, and it reduces oligarch approval and gains me Democrat approval. In my current situation, where I have a higher approval gain from the oligarchs than I do the comparative approval loss from the Democrats, revoking holdings is technically an efficient way to gradually balance out their approvals and take advantage of that difference in rate of change. I can also grant holdings to achieve the opposite effect of gaining oligarch approval and losing Democrat approval. That does cost 40 gold, which isn't an insubstantial cost right now, but long term, my economy will definitely be able to support that. And since the traditionalists, sort of true to their sort of lore, are a faction whose approval tends to be fairly difficult to change through political actions, but just gradually rises most of the time, they're typically fairly content, unless you're super, super warlike or have tons of impious leadership, which we happen to in the case of Maharbal, and they are, I guess, declining right now because of his impiety and our low stability. They don't like low stability, so they're declining a little bit right now. But the point is that traditionalists tend to be fairly slow to change their position either direction, as is the case here, whereas the oligarchs and Democrats are much more reactive and also have more ways for you to manage their opinion through player actions. So as we see, this new meta allows us to keep our Senate support not only above 50, which we need it to be most of the time, really all of the time, but also to gradually even things out due to the rate of change being what it is. So very happy to discover this new tool for me. And just in time, because we are making some big and audacious plans to potentially invade Rome. Here, two and a little bit years in, I'm already thinking about invading Rome. I've got my claim on Rome underway. It will be done in a number of months, and I could actually raise my levy basically right now, hire mercenaries right now, and be ready to attack them the moment my claim is done. Doing it at that time would have the advantage of ensuring I'm catching them while they're the most distracted by multiple wars in different directions. The main problem is I've been saving up my money to grab Mercenary Patron, which I should definitely get before I hire any mercenaries for what I hope are obvious reasons, even though the money I need to spend to get Mercenary Patron is then money I'm not able to spend right away on mercenaries. The cost reduction in recruiting the mercs and in the merc maintenance makes this worth it, especially because the bonus is for such a long time. So I definitely want to continue waiting for Mercenary Patron, which means I probably am looking more at maybe a year out from when I can effectively start taking action against Rome. I also did some research into the control range issue to see if annexing Rome's territory is on the cards. I think it probably is. I'm not 100% sure, but I think because I can fabricate a claim on them, I had initially thought this was because they're in my dip range, but if I were to actually, let's see, I guess I can't see right now, I don't have enough PI, but I think other countries that are in my diplomatic range but are outside of my control range, I can't fabricate on them. I'm not 100% sure, but from what I saw online, that seems to be the way you can tell, because there's no control range map mode or sort of place you can see it easily in the interface, because of course, why would this interface ever tell me anything that I need to know for my strategy? But putting that aside, I'm pretty sure I can annex Rome's coastal territory, and I have territory in Italia, which is where a lot of their territory is, so I think I should be able to annex, and if not, I can always do something else. Making them some sort of subject would carry the risk of leaving them with their missions. I don't know how that could be affected by them not being independent, but ideally, I want the Rome AI as a kind of player in the game to be out of the game. That's the main goal here, is to kill the Rome AI, to deprive them from those missions. Now, I think Etruria is kind of a serious future opponent, especially if I annex territory in Italia. Etruria will not be happy with me, but I'll have to just kind of deal with it, because I can't let the Rome AI start to begin their snowball. And as commenters in previous videos have pointed out, I really shouldn't leave Rome to do their early game growth and then fight them in the historical sort of Punic War way. Ultimately, that is inviting a ton of risk, as Rome historically beat Carthage in all 3 Punic Wars, essentially. So the historical track record here is not great for me. So I think it makes sense to go for some sort of early strike like this against such a dangerous future opponent. And once I have a bit more setup underway, we will be good just to go ahead and do exactly that. So let's go ahead and resume. And once I get to 20 political influence, I can also check and see on the fabricate claim thing. Maybe that will tell me. Ooh, breakthrough. The talent of Ube Gasconi knows no bounds. In his role as researcher, he dictates that his capacity for further innovation has increased. We are sure to benefit from this situation. Excellent. That is another invention unlocked. Now, let's see here. I could get petition on minorities right now. That would be amazing. But I really want to get to servile bondage. Ooh, man. I think, do I have enough to spend my political influence on while waiting to found cities? I have a number of cities I'd like to found. This does also have some immediate bonuses other than found city cost modifier. The extra provincial loyalty right now would obviously be quite nice. And getting to public slavery a little sooner would also give me more options for character management. Ooh, man. This would give me more research, though, the citizen output. It's tempting. I think I'm going to play the long game here and go all the way to servile bondage and then go for petition of minorities. Let's go ahead and grab national citizen output plus 3%. From simple wells to grand aqueducts, the access to sanitary water is a right our higher classes demand. I also don't really think I'll have enough money to sustain a lot of city foundations right now, more than a PI even. Alright, servile bondage is of course next. Alright, let's see how we're looking after the tick. Okay. Okay, I should look for coastal territory so I can actually see. Outside our diplomatic range. Okay, this is good to... Wait, no, they actually are, aren't they? Yeah, okay, hold on. Okay, coastal provinces in our control range. What this tells me is that Rome is in our control range because I was able to fabricate on them. That's basically what I had found online, but a lot of the information about Imperator Rome's mechanics online is from the early sort of pre-2.0 version of the game, before many mechanics were overhauled in the vanilla 2.0 update. So anyways, let us proceed. And I don't think I can favorite. I forgot to look into that, but I think I'm not able to favorite countries, which is annoying. But I'll just keep an eye on them. The old-fashioned way, I suppose. All right. What is my 55? This is 53. I need to do another Colonial Ventures when this concludes, when that modifier concludes. Let me go ahead and search for where the next Colonial Ventures will be. Let's see here. A Sardan colony. The issue is I put it at Karali. Maybe it would still go at Karali. There is a lot of Sardans here. Tarshish. Definitely don't want to put it there. If I were to move a Punic out of Karali, would it move it to Karali? It might. It's worth trying to see if that would happen. But, you know, I should also check something here. Okay, now I do have my surplus of stone, and I don't have vegetables at the moment, but the bonus for moving just one guy out is not a big enough deal. So let's just move him over here for a moment. So from... Oh, wait, I can't do this right now. Okay. All right, we'll do this first. Our tribal neighbor, Massilia, has started investing a lot of their treasury into opening up the borders between our two nations. Hopefully, this will prove beneficial for us as well, though their tribesmen are somewhat more unruly than we are used to. We should keep Massilia in mind, as they can prove good friends in the future as well. Surely only good things can come from this. All right, we get some gold. We get some opinion with Massilia, and Tunisia, one of our territories in the Massilia province, gains tribal influx. All right. Okay. Let's see if I can metagame this. So from Karali, let's send over 2 of these slaves. All right. This should now make Karali Sardan. Let me wait for the tick and see if that's moved to the colony location to Karali. If it hasn't, I'll look for a different location, because I'm not putting a colony for the Sardan people at... Well, maybe I am speaking too soon. Tarshish is actually the same quality as Karali as a territory. It's dry farmland on the coast. Dry as in no river. Dry farmland on the coast. It's in the same province as Karali, and I don't usually want to have a split between a province's capital and its cultural colony. But Tarshish is a strong second city location. Yeah, the Iliencia province actually has a lot of really strong territory. Samos, although Samos should really be a farm, but it could also be a city. I could see Tarshish and Karali both being cities. Let's wait for the tick and just sort of see how things play out there. Not the worst idea. Spread of corruption. Oh no. Concerned with the spread of corruption in our government, the representatives of the Democrat, Senator Hanoni, has roused sweeping support for changing our legal stance on corruption. He proposes we drop and replace it with far more stern anti-corruption tenets. Okay, they're trying to change the law back over, so this is kind of funny. The oligarchs forced us to change it to a Dearman administration, and the Democrats now, a few years later, are trying to force us to change it back to popular assembly. I mean, this is consistent with the ideology of these parties. Sometimes in my Republic campaigns, the parties demand law changes that don't really make sense for their ideology, but in the lore, this makes perfect sense. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is an interesting opportunity here. I actually kind of think minus 0.10 monthly corruption might be better than plus 5% monthly PI. I don't have too many corruption problems right now. And if we take a look at my wages are really not in that bad of shape. They're okay right now. Actually, if we look at the slightly more direct way here, if we look at corruption, all of my corruption is mostly from people who have set corruption amounts from traits. So we have a little bit of corruption here and there, but it's really not that bad. So the actual effect of Assembly of Residents isn't super significant, and this would probably hurt my Senate support more than I really want. I would get some loyalty with Hanno, and his loyalty is not great. We also get some popularity with Maharbal. This would bring him into disloyalty and lose this Democrat approval. Now, I can regain the Democrat approval by revoking some holdings, so this is fine. And we've got plenty of Democrat approval right now anyways. This is actually kind of a tough choice. I think I'm going to agree to this change, and potentially, now this is kind of a wild idea, change my oratory idea. I don't think I've ever considered changing my oratory idea off of sanctioned privileges, but I wouldn't need this much monthly corruption if I have this law. The issue is there's just not really super strong alternatives here. Military administration for this next war wouldn't matter because I'd only expect to have my capital levy raised, and I guess I would have an admiral controlling my large fleet. I don't really have any good alternatives here. I think because of that, I'm actually going to say not this time. Alright, I don't think we're in civil war range. 28.93% disloyalty, or threshold, and then we have 27, so we're really close, but we're okay. Integration of Leptis Minor is complete. Excellent. Our client, Leptis Minor, has long upheld Carthaginian ideals in a fair and even-handed manner. It is a matter of course, therefore, that their eventual integration into our state is to be a cause for jubilation. The Leptian elite have been instrumental in facilitating this union. Many are hoping to find a place within our government. These guys are Canaanite Punics, so I think I should consider if I want to bring them in. This will lose me popularity, but does anyone here strike me as amazing? Not really any of these characters. I can't really easily see the other characters that would come with them, so I'm just going to say no and get some free popularity. We can't just take in anyone, you know. Alright, so they're all going to just die. When you ask politely to join the Carthaginian government and get declined and just die. Alright, so now we've got Ilapki as a city. This is a fine city location. It's not my probably preferred capital location, but I'm not going to be revoking this city spot just for the sake of it. I will go ahead and get rid of the fortress. Oh, that gave me enough for perfect. Mercenary patron, let's go ahead and grab this now. Our history with the local mercenary companies is a long one, where we have often turned to their help to secure our goals. Particularly in the many drawn-out wars in Sicily, they played an essential part in protecting our interests. We are already close friends with some of the mercenary warlords. We should be able to convince them to settle down in Carthage. With our patronage, the companies will flourish. We will secure their loyalty at a cheaper price in the coming conflicts. Alright, mercenary patron has been secured until 472. Excellent. And that is Aftermath of the Revolution complete. Oh boy, we've got a lot of options now. So we've now unlocked Aftermath of the Invasion. Agathocles' invasion of Africa still haunts our people. Strengthen our grasp on our home. Interesting. Okay, so this seems to be about dealing with the aftermath. Well, I guess I'll read the lore here. Agathocles was beaten, his army destroyed at the Himera River, his city, Syracuse, besieged by our armies, his allies deserting him. We were the masters of Sicily, and then he did the unthinkable. With whatever he had left, he crossed the sea and laid waste to our lands in Africa. Finding support from both the Greeks from Cyrenaica as well as the Numidians living amongst us. Such was this disaster that we had to withdraw from Sicily to deal with him, and lost our chance of dominating the Greeks of Sicily. So before we can think to expand across the seas again, we must strengthen our grasp on our home, or else we are doomed to repeat this mistake. I'm not 100% sure what this mission is all about. We wouldn't be able to restart it after starting it, which is interesting. So of the options here, so Pearl of Africa is a default mission, and I don't think I want to go. Pearl often requires you to found cities, which I don't want to do until I have the tech, so I'm going to wait on that one. I can always revoke a city that I don't want to have long term. So Iberian struggle, we're a ways away from really being able to do this. Regions of, yeah, this is a big mission. Regions of Constantia and Contestania and Baetica. That is quite a bit of... Yeah, holy moly. Okay. So we're going to wait on Iberian Struggle and Pearl of Africa. Aegis of Africa is all about consolidated control of Africa and Numidia, which I do want to do, but I think I'm going to actually start with Aftermath of the Invasion. I'm not 100% sure what this mission will entail, but I think it's likely to be the least... Oh, Rome... Ooh, my... Whoa. Holy crap. Jeez, okay. Yikes. Rome finished their war in the north, it needs to be said. Jeez. Holy... Alright. I don't like the look of that at all. Okay, let's do Aftermath of the Invasion. Alright, what do we have here? Walls of Carthage, 75 gold. We get a permanent bonus in Carthage. Ooh, that's really good. Local city building slots, fort level, and local fort defense. So this requires a mine there. Gets a rich vein of silver bonus. We get some gold as well, and some slaves. Okay, we actually do one or the other of these. Okay. This one here would give Carthage... Oh, I'd probably go for this. Gives Carthage even more bonuses. Oh yeah, definitely. Elephant pens. Interesting. Levy size multiplier from this. That's really strong. Secure homeland. Okay, I see. Huh? We can create a truce and establish a sphere of influence with Karenica. That's interesting. Okay, this is... I'll have to read this more thoroughly later, but okay, so this is just spending gold to improve the Carthago province and the Africa region, essentially. Okay. Fair enough. All right, we'll work on that later. For now, I think we want to... I think I should go for this plan. I think with mercenary support, it's doable. Okay, let me get one thing at a time here. In Elopki, what do we have here? I don't know what the settlement resource would be. Where would the actual capital here want to be? Now, Makam Hadash is probably the best territory in terms of just potential with having the river. But there's a lot of good territory up here. Maybe Hushol? And then... I might keep Elopki actually as a city. I can always rebuild the fort later if I decide that, but I think for now we'll just leave it alone. No other integrations possible at the moment. We're working on Evasim now. Okay, that's all fine. And then, let's see. I could also do one of these actions here. Let's see here. I don't think I need to do any of those right now. I probably want to go for defend religious privileges, since I can't gain traditionalist approval quite as consistently. Let me check one thing really quick. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I think this only makes me more confident attacking Rome is going to be necessary for the greater good here. Alright, let's see. Let's plan out what this is going to look like. So we've got 4 mercenary army slots right now. And let's see. So if I may just bring my entire Africa levy. I mean, it's more troops. I don't need to leave them in Carthage. And then I can have Maharbal actually be in charge of the Sacs, which is a major way to gain some economic... it's important to get some money back. I wish I could take out loans for this war, because then I can pay back the loans with the sacking. But advanced banking hasn't been invented yet, so we'll have to wait on that. Okay. So I think the plan would be, I raise these, so let's see. Let's do some quick math. So 503, Chimera Punix. I should, yeah. Let's remember, but they've got both Italic and Hellenic Romans, and there may be some other, probably no other religion. I don't think there's any Druidic Romans, so we're looking at around 300 Roman levied pops, and I should really just send both. I could, let's see, what's Numidia's, what are we looking at loyalty-wise in Numidia? What's my Numidia governor's? She's had some loyalty problems, so I'm a little nervous about giving her power base by having her lead a levy. She does have 9 martial, which I shouldn't overlook. I think I can probably just do it with the Africa levy and with mercenary companies, but then I have to have the money to pay for them. The huge amounts of mercenary cost reduction, because like right now a merc force is only 25 gold to hire, it makes this much more doable. Because I can, as long as I can start sacking pretty quick, I can pay back the a deficit from paying for the mercenaries with the money I get from sacking. Okay, so let's see here. How should I? So let's continue here. I'm trying to think about the timing. Oh my gosh. Ah. I think what I want to do, I want to get to 100 gold and then hire all the mercenary forces basically at the same time to minimize the cost I'm paying to maintain them. Yeah, so we need to save up some money first, but we don't want to let too much more time pass here. Gotta take some action on this situation quick. Yeah, I think I'm nervous about my Numidia governor's loyalty. I think I may not want to raise her as a general, potentially. I have to think about it. I'll also have to increase, okay, we got our commercial venture, very good. Let's get another one when we can. All right, what can we reach? Not too much at the moment, interesting. We don't also need to be trading in olives now. I forgot to cancel that. That's all right. We've got double local olives now. We got an extra 2 slots. Let's see. If I could get double fruit, that'd be great, but I'm not gonna trade with Rome. I think not. Double camels would give me 4% commerce in Carthago, which would probably be not insubstantial, but there's some other options I could go for instead. Do I have heavy cav in my... I don't. What about the mercs around here? Any heavy cav? No. Didn't think so. Oh, you know what? Double wine. In fact, I just need 1 copy of wine for... Legion maintenance cost reduces mercenary cost as well. So this is... Let's not trade with Rome. Let's trade with the minions. That's worth getting now. I could be a min-maxer, even more of a min-maxer, and get it closer to the beginning of the war, but I think I may as well just secure it now. That's fine. And then for my last one, I can actually get double basement. I may as well grab this as well for the light infantry offense bonus. Trade with one of the Phoenicians. All right, that's fine. Yeah, most of the really good economic and sort of civic resources have all been taken up now, so now it's just getting some additional resources like that. All right, our Rome claim is done. War is now possible. We also call in all of our vassals, which I forgot about, so they will help out too. Who do these guys bring in? Okay. Okay, basically the usual suspects. That's fine. Okay. This is going to be very intense. I don't know exactly what to expect here, but I'm going to save my PI for post-war concerns. I don't think I need to make any other changes at the moment. Oh, these guys are leaving us pirates. Oh, that's really bad timing. I wanted to hire them as a navy for me. All right, I think we've got some other pirate fleets we can find, but that's unfortunate timing. Definitely unfortunate timing. Oh, we lost one of our trades. What did we lose? I'm waiting for the tick so it updates the interface so I can see what I actually lost there. It was Sylphium. Oh no. Oh, the Carthage opposition took over. What? What is this? Civil war in Carthage. How come you got a civil war where you're producing Sylphium? That is not cool. That's a devastating loss. All right, I think I'll temporarily trade for. Ooh, you know what? I'm actually gonna fully switch over to a salt import now. If I can't get double Sylphium, I'd rather have double salts. Wait, assuming I can get double salts. Oh, I shouldn't have assumed that. Ah, shoot. Okay, never mind. I don't need a single salt. Let's see. I'll get double camels from Egypt for now. Alright. That'll have to do. I think I need to know about this. Ooh, yeah. Allying with Etruria before this war might be a move. But I don't really want them to take territory. Like, Etruria is not going to be a very... Like, Etruria is a future enemy 100% for sure. But do I need their help against Rome? They would definitely help. They've got a very, very powerful army. I could also wait for them to just fight Rome, which I'm sure they will do in time, and then jump in at that time. It's not a bad idea, but I don't want Rome to conquer more of Magna Graecia first. Yeah, the advanced AI is definitely, like, I've never seen the AI expand this fast. This is really scary. And I'm playing on normal difficulty. I guess on higher difficulties, all the AI have the bonuses against each other. So, oh, another one? Okay. What did I lose? Or did I gain another import route? I think I may have. Also, I need to do this. Let's see. I guess I'll import some iron. Yeah, I'll trade with Etruria. That's fine. What are these guys up to? They're fighting Etruria. Okay. Oh, Etruria's fighting all of these guys. Holy... And they must... Yeah, they're in a big defensive league with each other. Etruria's trying to get on to Sardinia. Alright, I don't like the look of that at all. Etruria could actually potentially attack me while I'm attacking the Romans. Now that'd be some advanced AI right there, but that's... I like that... What this change is doing, more than the actual change, is it's making me think about what the AI could consider doing, which is a level of strategic immersion I've been really missing from Imperator Rome. So I appreciate that. Right, we're still increasing, so we should be okay. Slowly getting there on those guys. I think what we do is we raise everyone, get everyone onto the boats, and then declare the war while we're literally right offshore. I mean, there's no reason to declare the war in a fair way. May as well catch them by surprise. I'm also willing to leave the Romans alive, as I definitely can't take a deal where I annex all of this, and I'm not sure I'd want to do that. What I probably want to do is try to annex the territory with the most Roman population and release some of the northern Italians, just to prevent Rome from effectively being able to oppose me in the future. I'll even take a deal where I just release territory and I just need to basically deprive them of their levy. Yeah, Etruria is going to be a serious threat. I need to be getting ready for that. Heresy, deified a living god and spirit of the nation. Bad Repahu. You know what? I don't need to know about the deifications, actually. But thank you for the notification about that, I guess. Good to know. Okay. Almost there. Etruria must have... Yeah, Etruria declared the war because they are trying to take Bellaria. We take Bellaria. Oh, Bellaria's in the north. That's right. Okay. Alright, I could do Walls of Carthage, and while this would give me some very nice bonuses, but the fort level actually... Yeah, I mean, getting this before the war, if the Romans get to Africa, this would obviously be great to have in advance. But I think I need to save the gold, so I'll wait for now. If the Romans are landing in Africa, I'm in huge trouble anyways if I've allowed that to happen. Alright, you know what I will do now is I'm going to go ahead... How many ships do the Romans have? 12 already? Holy crap, okay. Surely they don't have 12 hex arrays, so I'm sure I'll be fine with... And plus with the pirate fleet helping out. Let's go ahead and increase to regular fleet maintenance and increase this to... Actually, I don't need to increase this quite yet. I might as well increase this now. Right, Etruria may not actually... 56 ships? Holy shit. Okay, hold on. What do the Ptolemaics have? Oh my god. This AI is not messing around. I've never seen the AI build navies like this. 12 ships for Rome as we're approaching 453 is insane. I've never seen the AI actually build navies. Holy shit. 33? Oh my god. 69 for the Antigonids? That's insane. Okay, this... I'm liking the advanced AI. I've never ever had to think about the AI building navies like this. This is great. This is exactly what I wanted. I mean, I don't really want this, but this is exactly what I needed from the AI. All right, this is close enough. Let's go ahead and get our mercenaries hired and prepare for what will be a campaign making or breaking action here. It's a big risk, but I can't... The Romans are too dangerous to leave alive. I mean, just look at what they've done already. We can't let them build up their power. Okay, so let's go ahead and hire... And now, let's remember that they can also pay off our mercenaries because of advanced AI, so we need to be careful about that. So the goal here is to land... to sack Capua, and let's do a quick fort check. They built forts. They have not built any forts around here, which is great. They are paying for their forts, which makes sense. They're at war. I think we just need to go straight to Roma as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and hire Bedonid's mercenaries. Alright, extremely cheap. Holy, really? Jeez, okay, that's... I did not think it would be that expensive. I'm gonna have to go down to default. That's still pretty rough. That's still really rough. Yeah, yikes. I may have to, I need to sack quick. I'm gonna run out of money otherwise. Let's hire these mercenaries. Alright. Lobby Bedoni, a Punic Canaanite, incidentally. Really? That slow? Okay. This won't do too much. We'll just have to wait for him to regain. Maybe it'll speed up. And then let's go ahead and raise... Actually, I don't need to raise the Africa levy quite yet. And then, so, let's see, 22 cohorts and 25 cohorts from Africa. Is this... Could I just get away with just this force? No, I want the 14 marshal from this guy. And I can ferry him over with my ships as well. Let's go over to pick him up. And we'll hire him. Actually, we'll hire him now. Yeah, we're going to be in the red. serious way. Yeah, Bodeshman Corsi. I also should assign an admiral. What do we have? Alright, I don't like the idea of a Democrat admiral, but I don't really have a lot of non-Democrat characters left. I mean, 9 Marshal is 9 Marshal, like, maybe not with that. Actually, she's super loyal. Granted office? What? But she's available. It must be from before. Okay, that seems to be a glitch. Patient? Okay, this guy looks promising. Yeah, the one extra difference I think is enough. Alright, Messinia, or, he's also a minor character. He's also Massilian. Maybe not. She is Punic. Alright. Kibet Eshtart Badonit, you are a minor character. Alright, please. Don't make me regret giving you such an insane command. Alright. I'll have to wait a little bit for their morale to increase. I'll have to pay the entire time. I like the unique models as well. Very nice. I don't need to know about this. A unit arrives at destination. Why is that even... Okay, sure. Embark. I can actually root out the pirates here, which is kind of interesting, but I'm going to not worry about that right now. Embark the army. You come on back. We'll just bring them here for now. Carthage can certainly support everyone here. Where's my supply map mode? Oh, wait. No, wait, that's not the right... Hold on. No, it is the right one. Oh, here it is. Supplement 82. Yeah, we're fine. That clock is ticking. I'm almost worried I've taken too long to attack the Romans, but I had a lot else to worry about. You know, can I import? Oh, now I actually lost a trade route. We'll regain it shortly, so I don't want to change any of my imports right now. We also got a lot of light infantry in these merc stacks, so that's pretty good. If the Romans flip either of my mercenary companies, we're going to be in big trouble. No doubt about it. I will need to hire a pirate fleet no matter what, because I literally can't take the 20, like I can't split the 22 stacked merc company. You're not allowed to split merc companies. So, unfortunately, I will have to hire, at least for the beginning, I can probably, once the mercs are on Rome, or they're on Italy, I can probably fire the pirate fleet. I don't know if I mean, yeah, rehiring them is not too expensive. I'm going to run out of money, though, so this is going to be financially a little dubious. I may have to take some drastic action over here, unfortunately. I may not have a lot of options here. Because if I get into bankruptcy, the mercs, I believe, can actually defect, which wouldn't be good. So, yeah, a little unfortunate. We shall see what we need to do here. Okay, so now we just need to wait for their morale to raise. I'm not going to increase their, I'm not going to do reorg because that will drain my money way too fast. We'll just have to wait. Commercial ventures, very nice. All right. Okay. I'm nervous. I'm actually nervous about this. Alright, trade with these guys. 5k, then with our main levy joining in. I can always raise the Numidia levy as well if I need to, but it's... What? Oh, we've integrated Ebasim. Our client Ebasim has long upheld Carthaginian ideals in a fair and even-handed manner. It is a matter of course, therefore, that their eventual integration into our state is to be a cause for jubilation. The Ebasian elite have been instrumental in facilitating this union, and many are hoping to find a place within our government. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, this guy has some really good stats. Yeah, the Aponi family. I could potentially bring these guys in. Or I could just gain some popularity. Would he stay an oligarch? Because if so, having a really competent oligarch could be kind of handy. I think I'm going to go ahead and invite him in. And then decline everybody else. Okay. There we go. Oh wait, hold on. I just realized. Okay, so the city of Ebasim is not amazing, but it's all I have over here for now. Let's go ahead and assign a governor over here. Let's see, what do we have? Assigning a trad governor could be trouble because of how low their loyalty is. How's their party feeling now? Yeah, I think not yet. Not yet. I could assign this guy to be the governor. I just integrate that. Now this is some roleplay. I integrated Ebasim, and I allowed this really competent Ebasim local noble to join my court, my Edirum, and then I appoint him as the governor of Ebasim. This is some actual real life, annexation politics right here. All right, Abdabal, Aponi, prepare for the promotion of a lifetime. Yeah, friend of ruler as well. Okay. Wait, is that right? Because he's not. He's actually still listed as the party leader for the Ebasim oligarchs. Okay. Interesting. He is a minor character though, so that's nice. I like that. Yeah, this is fine for now. This is mostly Canaanite, mostly Punic. So, all right, he's gonna rule over that region for me. Sure. I think what I may have to do is actually destroy some buildings. That's a much better way to gain the money back compared to doing those other actions. I think I'll get rid of this port, buy myself some more time. And I'm also going to get rid of this port here. Yeah. I can get rid of some ports as a... Also, I can start integrating Kirkawane shortly. Should I bring in... I don't think I don't think I'm going to maintain the pirate fleet, so I don't think it's necessary to have them raise their morale, but I will hire them basically right before I do the transport. Because I want to bring everyone over at the same time. That's the best way to do this. Okay, I don't have a lot of pirate fleets super close by. Oh, these guys are unavailable right now. At least I think they are. Yeah, they are. Okay. Fighting. Carthage is fighting, Syracuse is fighting Acragas. Alright, normally I'd be concerned by that, but I have other things I'm a little preoccupied with at the moment, I think understandably. paying for these guys to stand around, but I'm gonna speed it up. A loyal subject. Our ruler's efforts to influence Abdarish Arwadi are well underway. This is a random Democrat politician. In a jovial mood, Abdarish approached Shofet Maharbal, suggesting that a formal declaration of his loyalty and commitment to the Adirim would be a fine way of showing our appreciation. We remain unconvinced this is a politically sensible move. I'm going to gain the stability right now. I don't need the extra political influence. I don't want to lose the stability either. Next time, perhaps. Stability increased. Alright. Granaries raided in Retubis. That is interesting. We have received word from local officials of the province of Retubis that several important provincial food stockpiles have been looted by malcontents, owing to the contempt for the government across the area. I don't want to spend the money myself right now. I think I'll make Margon pay for it. Actually, do I need to make anyone pay for it? Okay, wild choice here. I think I might go for this option. I think I'm actually the most comfortable losing the political influence and manpower. I don't want to lose Margon's personal loyalty, and I also don't want to spend the money myself. The brigands will be caught and the grain returned. Alright. Big battle over here on Sardinia, which Etruria is going to lose. Interesting. Alright, I think what I want to do... Let's see here. I'm going to depart from Zitz as my jumping off point. It's the closest I can get really over here that has a port. Karenica defended. The Egyptian forces led by Magas Megides have been utterly routed by the Karenican defenders, with Magas falling into the hands of their leader, Epimenes. We are reliably informed that the turning point of the war was during the siege of Euphranta, when the rebel forces attempted to rout the loyalist army, but were outmaneuvered by the superb tactics of Epimenes I Charidides. With this stunning turn of events, the Ptolemaic dynasty is already blaming Magas alone for this disaster, and will surely attack Karenica in earnest once they had licked their wounds. Karenica beating Egypt is not something I was expecting to see, but I'll take it. Also, I should be able to get Silphium from Karenica again. Let me see if I can quickly organize that. Cancel the iron trade. Nope, they won't agree now. Planning my demise. Okay, well, I guess screw you, I guess. I could get double iron now. I think I do actually want double iron. I'll cancel one of my camels and bring in double iron. Pretty heavy. That's good timing right before this war. Okay, let's go ahead and... Not quite yet. We have a few more months to go. Let's see. Yeah, we have a few more months to go. We're probably looking at around the beginning of 454 for this declaration. Unfortunately, I wish it was a little faster, but I refuse to increase the cost even further. Well, you know what? I think I can. Let's see. Yeah, that actually is worth it. Just temporarily. Let's do maybe one monthly tick of this. Because we're going to sack pretty early in the war. Of the people, our ongoing efforts to woo the highly skilled stateswoman Labiote Gasconi have encountered a hitch. Being a true woman of the people, Labiote has decided to invest in the creation of a beautiful monument to please the Carthaginian people. To complete this mammoth task, she requires a large number of able-bodied souls. Alright, so we've seen this before. I'm not doing this right now. I don't want to do that either. This is not a good time. Yeah, I can't. Unfortunately, I just have to lose loyalty with her. But she's just a random character, so that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I should have just done this from the beginning, honestly. I can destroy more docks if I need to. Let's also hire the pirates now. These guys aren't available. Anyone with more substantial numbers. So what do I need here? I could do it all. I don't want to do it all individually. This is super awkward. Can I enter through Samnium? I might be able to. If I have military access, well, would Samnium give me military? Let's check that first. They would. I guess I could enter through Samnium as another option. I think that I don't think I get black flagged if I'm in Samnium's territory when the war is declared. Let me ask for access with Samnium. They still have their truce, I believe, with the Romans. No, Rome's truce with Samnium ended. But Rome's still fighting other people. I think they're going to declare war on Samnium. Okay. I think I can land and have them be in Samnium, which actually means I only need the pirates to transport the 22 cohort force the one time. Let me go ahead and cancel this stuff. So you, I'm going to embark, and I'm going to bring you over here to drop you off at Irna. We'll raise our levy at the last possible moment to minimize our interruption to our economy. All right, I'm really banking that I can begin the war from Samnium's territory. I think I probably can. So we'll start the war with some forces entering to probably just assault Setakula, and then I'll be able to have that as my staging ground. Oh, someone wants my elephants. I'll take the Iberians, I guess. Now the Romans should see what I'm doing pretty quick here, but I don't think they can do too much. You know, I should probably hire... Yeah, now we're looking at travel time now. So let me go ahead and hire a fleet. Oh, these guys are available now. Oh, they're too far away. Who is closest to me? And that's actually the most important consideration here. Probably these guys. I mean, 10 and 17, that's enough for the... I guess I want to hire the smallest force possible. Yeah. Alright. Just go ahead and head over here. Go ahead and land here. Hope you don't mind Samnium. I'm doing this for you, if you think about it, Samnium. This is for the greater good of all the non-Roman italics. Hope they can understand that. All right, Kirkawane, they may have been available earlier. Let's start the integration now. All right. All right, you guys head on over to Bovinium, where there's some more supply. You come on back over. We're gonna pick up the the levy of actually we may pick up the mercs next, actually, since we'll have both fleets there. Got food problems. That's fine. Oh, Romans are actually being. Oh, this is interesting. If these guys are able to, well, you know, if these guys are actually going to be sieging Setakula, maybe. Hold on. Where are... Let me get access with these guys as well, just to be on the safe side. This may change the strategic options a little bit. Can I go through their occupied territory? I can! Oh, that's really interesting. Okay. If I'm in Nola, will they allow me... If I declare on the Romans, will Nola count as Puketia's territory? And not... Oh, that's really interesting. Let me start in Samnium just to be safe, but that may open up some opportunities. If they actually... If they were to siege... I don't think they're going to siege. They don't have the numbers to siege Setakula, but it's a very interesting option. Okay. Now that all of these guys are here, can I... Oh! That is a problem. I can't actually embark on multiple fleets. It needs to be on one single fleet. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I did not know that. Okay. Do we have We do have... Oh, that's really rough. That's really rough. All right. That is a huge shame. Okay. That's okay. We can bounce back from that mistake. Let me go ahead. Well, first, let me find more buildings to destroy to pay for this. This is dire, but it has to be done. Where are these guys? They're not too far away. Okay. 24. That's enough. Alright. This will delay things a little bit, but just go, go, go. In the meantime, since we have to wait anyways, let's raise these levies. Actually, 25 is... Oh, I can split them, though. I can split them. Okay. Split them, bring them over. Alright. Also, it's January, but in the middle of stuff. Yeah, they're out of my naval range, I know. I'm working on it. Some Romans here, okay. This is the Magnagration levy. I can go through... Oh, okay. I can go through here as well. I think that's how that works. I'm not 100% sure what this is going to look like, but it may give me some options. I can definitely get to Neapolis. I can also just land. I just want to bring them over here to then use as a staging ground for once I have everyone ready. Yeah, you actually just stay there. That's fine. Alright. I'm going to go a little long this episode. I just want to get my organization complete. That's fine. Speed 3. Actually, go for speed 4. Alright. The rest of you... actually, I'll bring the mercs over now. So you... over here. I won't put them in this territory because this war could end. Raided. That's great. I can't do too much about that right now. In the middle of stuff. Alright, embark. Get over here. Once everyone's here, I will reorganize. We're going to temporarily have everyone stay here. We're going to then depart and then begin the war from the coastline. Karali prospers. I don't have time to read this right now. Okay. The Council of Karali have sent an envoy proclaiming that harvest, trade, and taxation have all produced a huge surplus this year. In a splendid show of national spirit, they've decided to offer the additional income to the state. Actually, this is very good timing. 20 gold is not that much. I also don't want to lose the loyalty with him. I think I'll gain... Ooh, this is actually really good for the provincial loyalty. Hold some local gains. That's fine. Trade with Syracuse. Don't mind if I do. That's fine by me. You get over there. Okay, I think I will be able to actually just siege Satakula myself. What I may want to do, I want to keep my forces together. I think what I'll do is get everyone onto the shore together. And then I will need to keep these guys retained for now, which is unfortunate. I also need to get more money. Hold on. Gotta do it. Let's just quickly buy ourselves some time before we go bankrupt. We can rebuild the ports when we have Roman money to build the ports with. It's got to be done. Okay. All right. Let's see. So I want the... So you guys... So I think what I want to do... So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually end this. We're over time here. I'm going to end the episode here, and next episode begin by coordinating the actual invasion of Rome from both land and sea. So we will do that in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.